If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses for a limited time. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
This year, experience the NHL playoffs your way. Want to watch a single, do-or-die Game 7, a full week of heavy-hitting back-and-forth series? Then check out Sling's 1, 3, and 7-day passes. Watch the Chase for the Cup on ESPN and TNT, starting as low as $4.99. No long-term contracts or overpaying. Just live hockey at home or when you want it. Sling lets you do that. Visit sling.com to learn more.
It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NHL.
The Utah Mammoth are back at it tonight. Game 5 in Las Vegas. Series tied 2-2. PK, the anticipation keeps building. The drama keeps building. How can they top Game 4?
Well, they could win.
That would help. That'd be a positive.
I think that that's the most primary thing, obviously. Yak, that's cool music leading into that. I like that. I don't know where you got that. Is that hockey music?
Yeah, it's one of the networks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think you just got to keep doing what you're doing, man. I mean, that you should have a ton of confidence, right? You were on the verge of getting blown out in your own crib, and no, not only that, you took the lead. And we were talking with Mike Folta right there, because of the time left. I really felt like, okay, Vegas is going to find some way to score, that there was no doubt that the Mammoth needed to get another goal if they wanted to win in regulation, because I don't know how they were going to do it. It was something bizarre, but some way, somehow that puck was going to go into the net, and sure enough it did, and then we know what happens. And overtime, you hear that cliche in basketball or in baseball, sports that have Game 7s. Anything could happen. Yeah. I'm not so sure that's entirely true, but I do think if there's a case to pick a portion of something where you can say anything can happen, I think that is overtime hockey. And so if you get to that tonight, I think they ought to feel good about their opportunity, and then you just see what happens, man.
If you want to second-guess stuff, second-guess the way that game started. And you just can't give up a shorthanded goal with a turnover right in front of your own net. I mean, that's the stuff that's controllable. You're right about the other stuff. There is a certain amount of, hey, the other guys are good too, and the puck does get on its side and start bouncing and rolling unpredictably. And shots do hit the pipe and they go in. It's so often we can't really see what happened. You need multiple replays to really slow it down.
I know.
And see what happened. But you can always hear that, right? That ding, and then is it bouncing in or is it bouncing out? So control what you control, which is don't give up the puck right in front of your own
right,
net.
And obviously
the
first goal was happening in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
So this is a game. This is a series in which the experts said it's going to go long, and sure enough, they were right. It's going long. 6 games is a long series, and you really don't know what the freak is going to happen. I mean, you just
all the more reason to watch.
In basketball, you got your stars, right? And okay, they're going to have to do this and this. Baseball, you can get a little more random of some lesser player comes up and jacks one or whatever it might be. Hockey, good luck trying to figure it out if there's not a wide variance, which obviously there isn't here.
The Boston Bruins, backs against the wall. They stay alive. They beat Buffalo overtime 2-1. Minnesota's up 3-2 also. Buffalo's up 3-2. Minnesota's up 3-2 over Dallas after a 4-2 win. The winner of that series is getting Colorado next. And Edmonton, down 3-1, beats Anaheim 4-1. A rare good defensive performance from Edmonton. They only give up 1 goal. So they still trail 3-2 in the series, but they're still alive. And a couple early games tonight with Montreal, Tampa Bay, and Pittsburgh, Philly. Those games are starting. Eastern games start at 5 and 5:30 on ESPN2 and TNT. And then at 8 o'clock, TNT, it's the Utah Mammoth.
Or 8:20.
You what?
At 8:20.
Yeah, it'll be 8:20. You're right.
Everything seems to be late.
Yep. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NBA.
Brunson taking his time across midcourt, marked by Alexander Walker. Handed the ball from Robinson, left side. They go alley-oop. Robinson off balance, rises high and throws it down two-handed for a 20-point lead.
Sixers by 6. Here's Embiid. Into the lane on Kata. Spins, backing, turning, fading, firing up. Good. The Sixers get the bucket. Joel Embiid down low. Grimes to the 3 in the defense. Everybody comes off the bench to greet him.
Rebound, Wembanyama. Ahead of the left side. Castle between his legs. Shovels to Victor. Throws it down. Left-hand jam. There you go. Victor Wembanyama. That is his second dunk of the night.
Highlights from the NBA playoff action where the Spurs eliminate the Blazers 114-95. The 2 seed, the Spurs, move on as expected. Boston, expect them to move on? Think again. Embiid played. He went wild. Philly wins 113-97 in Boston. Philly still down 3-2, but Boston lost a couple home games to the Knicks and got knocked out in the second round last year, have now lost a couple of home games to Philly in this series. And New York blew out Atlanta 126-97. The Knicks lead 3-2 in that series. Any of that surprise and interest you, or are you all about the new anti-tanking rule?
I mean, I think that, no, I don't care about the tanking rule anymore because the Jazz are out of it, and they can do whatever the crap they want. Honestly.
Now 16 teams going to the lottery.
Whatever. They're trying to fix something that I'm not sure is fixable.
They're going to fix, yeah.
So let's see what happens. But, I mean, my personal interest is gone because the Jazz aren't going to be involved in it. Maybe through some draft picks that they can acquire. We'll see how that plays out. I mean, I'll watch it. I mean, obviously you thought that Portland was going to lose, yep, and that I still think the Knicks are the better team. But there's not a team that can look so wildly different based on the availability of one player as the 76ers. And that one player is really good, but his availability has not been so good. But when Joel plays, he's really good.
Yep.
More often than not. I mean, he was 0 for 5 from 3, so that meant he was 12 for 18 from 2. And that's pretty awesome.
That is fairly awesome. And he gave him 8 assists also. I thought that was a little surprising.
Well, he's a great player.
Yeah. Yep. And, you know, to the point about the Jazz, watching all of these and thinking about the Jazz, now Philly has a lot of guys who can score, right? Edgecombe, we've been talking about Edgecombe and what a good year he's had here in his rookie year. And Tyrese Maxey, clearly established. Paul George, veteran. Now they get Embiid, too. How do 4 guys score? Well, they don't. Edgecombe only gets 8 shots, and he gets 10 points. And so how does that work with the Jazz when they have 4 guys on the court next year who can score? Who gets squeezed out? How does that work?
In Philadelphia, if Paul George is going to be healthy, along with obviously Embiid, that can be a really good defensive team too.
Yep. Boston only 11 points in the fourth quarter for them. So
yeah.
So we'll see if Philly can win 2 more and come back from that 3-1 hole they were in there. The games tonight, Orlando, the 8 seed, can eliminate 1 seed Detroit. They're up 3-1. They play at 5 o'clock on Prime Video. And Cleveland and Toronto are tied 2-2. They play at 5:30 on ESPN, followed by the Lakers trying to close out Houston. Lakers up 3-1. That'll be a little after 8 o'clock on ESPN. So channel surfing during the breaks in the Mammoth game. You can check out and see how the Lakers are doing. The NBA has told the 30 GMs there's a new anti-tanking draft reform. 16 teams, flattened odds, a relegation zone. Actually, the 3 worst teams will have worse odds. So no reason to be in the bottom 3. Try to get yourself up to at least number 4. And then there'll be a group of teams there with us.
I don't know that I like that. What I do like is not rewarding perpetual suckitude, meaning you can't get the number 1 pick and you can't get a top 3 or 5 pick repeatedly. So there shouldn't be, trust the process. Okay, fine, but the process doesn't need to last as long as it could to reward that stuff. I don't have any problem with, going through a year like the Pacers, right? That happened. And so what are you supposed to do about it? Nobody planned on it, but injuries dictated as such. But then don't do it 3 and 4 years is what I'm saying.
There's a lot of things going on here. I'm not sure you can ever fix it. I'm with you on that. The reward, the top player, when the top player is really good, is such a big reward. Everyone's going to go for it no matter what the rule is. So I don't know that it's fixable. Some years it just definitely isn't fixable. I do think that maybe there'll be less tanking in the next couple of years because these last 2 drafts have just been loaded. We saw it with the way the top 5 guys in last year's draft performed in their rookie year. I think clearly this one could even be better possibly, which seems crazy to say, but that's out there to be as good or better. They're not all the draft classes are going to be this good, so that will maybe stop some teams from tanking because they won't be drooling over guys 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
I think there'll always be very good
are.
players at the top of the draft. With the advent of the foreign players becoming really good now, I don't know that I buy that. Maybe some drafts are deeper than others, and some drafts have an ultimate franchise player. But I think that's the best way to improve your team.
Until they change the rules on trading, which I would like a lot more than this. Make it possible to trade so an owner is like, well, why do we have to tank 4 or 5 years in a row? Why can't we make some trades and let's go?
I think that's the story right there.
Yep. And why they aren't doing it, I don't know. It seems pretty clear, but that's not what they're doing.
Right.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag college basketball.
Well, the NCAA is closing in on expanding the NCAA tournament, adding 8 more teams to go to 76 teams for both the men and the women. It's expected to be finalized in the coming weeks. All the stories I'm reading, it just sounds like it's a done deal. And implemented for next year, too, so it'll start right away. And PK, 8 more teams, so there should be less and less whining about making this tournament. It's getting easier to do. I'm not sure we need to see Oklahoma a couple games over 500 in the tournament, but that's what we would have seen last year, and that's where we're headed.
Yeah, I think that the power teams are going to get most of those.
Yep.
I'm intrigued with Dayton has been the first 4 and all that. Now they're going to go to 12 games by 24 teams at 2 sites, and 1 is expected to remain in Dayton. And then they got to have 1 on our side, so those
Salt
sports
Lake or
people,
Las Vegas?
I'd say right here, man.
We draw. But people want to go to Vegas. So
yeah, but I mean that there's a lot of stuff going on at that time. So I mean they're keeping it in Dayton. So obviously Dayton works.
Yeah.
So have an opportunity. I think the sports commission or wherever the governor is ever in charge of it, they should make a run at it.
Absolutely. Why not? Put this place on TV every year. Bring fans in every year to fill up hotels and restaurants. Sure, do it. What do you got to lose? Go for it. Tyron Stokes, the top-rated prospect in this recruiting class. Kansas over Kentucky. He's going to be in the Big 12. We're going to see Stokes. He's the top-rated prospect. That doesn't automatically mean he'd be the top pick in next year's draft, but you got to figure he'd be somewhere near the top of it.
It's hard to get excited about that because you're looking at 30, 35 games at the most, and then he's on his way.
Yep. One and done. Yeah. DJ and PK.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F-words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic.
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/zip to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Hashtag NFL.
I knew they were interested, but, they wanted to, make it private and didn't want people to know that, they were interested. I had some secret meetings with, Coach McVay. We met at the facility, and it was something to where we just talked for hours and hours, and it was just football. It was just straight football. I was told to not say anything, because I didn't want anybody to know.
Ty Simpson, first-round pick of the Rams. They get their next quarterback, and it's a secret. Hush-hush stuff, PK. Guess you don't want anyone trading up in front of you or picking them before, so keep it quiet, and they kept it quiet.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, who knows? If I'm him, I'm ecstatic to be in that situation, and there's thoughts of McVay wasn't happy and all that, and he's talked about retiring because he's already caught the rabbit. So who knows by the time this young man is ready to be an NFL starting quarterback, what the situation is going to be, and will he ever be ready to be a starting quarterback and win at a high level? So many times we've seen this or that, and it doesn't pan out, so who knows? But if I'm him, I'm jacked to be in this situation and have an opportunity to hang behind Stafford for a year or two and see where you go.
Maybe it'll work out smoothly the way we've seen in Green Bay a couple times, but Jimmy Garoppolo was supposed to be the successor to Tom Brady, and then he ended up getting traded because Brady was going to keep playing. So you can plan it, but doesn't mean it happens.
I thought Matt Castle was supposed to be his successor.
Matt Castle was another guy in that line, although Brady was younger at that point. So Pittsburgh Steelers placed the rarely used unrestricted free agent tender on Aaron Rodgers yesterday, ensuring they'll have the right of first refusal on any contract he might sign elsewhere. That preserves their right to get a compensation draft pick in the event Rodgers does leave and sign with another team. So we'll see. Aaron's taking his time again. Denver quarterback Bo Nix undergoing a second procedure on his surgically repaired right ankle during a follow-up visit. The procedure was expected. He remains on track to be ready for training camp. So no worries, nothing to see here. Of course, he missed the AFC title game after getting hurt. And Russell Wilson to the Jets, maybe. The Jets are thinking about it. They're considering it. They got Geno Smith. They also have a collection of other quarterbacks, but they might add Russell Wilson to the mix.
I'd go with Zach Wilson.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
They have a 6-0 lead. 2-2 is crushed. Left center field. This one on the way. This one is gone. Juan Soto punctuates a huge Mets inning with a 2-run home run to left.
Here's pitch. Swing on a drive deep to left. Oh, baby, he got this one. Giddy up and gone. Second deck. Hey now for the captain. It's 3-0 New York here in the ninth inning.
And the New York Mets
Derek Jeter?
get another win. They beat the Nationals 8-0.
The new captain.
Oh, okay.
Here comes the judge.
The Yankees beat the Rangers 3-2. The Mets win 8-0. Everybody in New York's happy. More wins, more wins, more wins. Your Phillies fired their guy, PK. Second manager to go down this year. Thompson is out.
In April, no less.
Yeah, it's early.
Yeah.
And the Phillies are, right now, they're bad at everything. The pitching's bad. They're bottom 4 or 5 in ERA and in whip.
Have you seen their base
bad.
running? My gosh, it's atrocious.
Yeah. The fielding numbers are terrible. It's just bad all around. So the manager's going to come in and change all that, or should we be looking at the guy picking the players?
Well, the players have been picked. I mean, I don't know that there's much of a change from, but then the team that won 95 games last year. So I don't know what's going on because the lineup is essentially the same. they've got a bunch of veteran guys signed long-term deals and all that stuff. So it really hasn't changed that much. So I don't know. I can't say what's up there. I'm not willing to throw in the towel because there's still a long way to go, obviously. And Dombrowski was with Cora in Boston, offered him the job. But Cora, as we talked about the other day, getting paid $13 million not to do anything, and maybe he has an opportunity to have the summer off. And they said Mattingly is going to be the interim, so maybe he just said, hey, I'm going to take a vacation. I'll see you guys next February.
Right. And you think about it, and how long has it been since he's had a summer off? There's all kinds of things to do in life in the summer.
None of these guys, these lifers, they don't. That's not possible. It doesn't happen. And so that's what I was thinking, that he's just thinking, hey, I'm just going to relax a little bit here and actually go see a July 4th fireworks show in probably has a house over there in Massachusetts somewhere. Go on the water and watch the fireworks over the water and have them, the reflection in the water. That's always cool.
Yeah,
I've done that. I've done that in L.A. and San Diego, and so over there at the Mission Bay. So you have that opportunity there, but it's the way these things are, man. You can't fire 26 or 27, whatever expansion rosters are at now, and so you dump one guy and he takes the fall.
Salt Lake Bees lost to the Sacramento River Cats 5-2. Game 2 tonight. First pitch set for 6:35. Tony Park's on the call. That'll be on 102.7 HD2 and streaming at KSL Sports. The hockey game, the Mammoth and the Vegas Golden Knights, will be on 97.5 and 1280 The Zone. That is what is trending. It's brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. Coming up in our next segment, Pete Sousa, host of Inside the Big 12 and the Pete Sousa Show, will join us. At PK, just a massive story out of Texas Tech. They go and get Sorsby from Cincinnati, but he's been gambling, and before he was at Cincinnati, he was at Indiana. So now there's allegations he's gambling on Indiana games, and he's going to get suspended for the year. And what is Tech going to do? There's new rules, hard to acquire a guy. So where do they stack up in the conference now? We'll talk with Pete Sousa about all of that coming up in our next segment. Also, Ken Belke from Sin Bin Vegas is here to talk playoffs. Game 5 tonight. He'll join us at 9 o'clock. DJ and PK, Big 12 football next. Stay with us right here on The Zone.
This year, experience the NHL playoffs your way. Want to watch a single, do-or-die Game 7, a full week of heavy-hitting back-and-forth series? Then check out Sling's 1, 3, and 7-day passes. Watch the Chase for the Cup on ESPN and TNT, starting as low as $4.99. No long-term contracts or overpaying. Just live hockey at home or when you want it. Sling lets you do that. Visit sling.com to learn more.
I'm here on the job site with Dale, who's a framing contractor.
Hey, good morning.
Dale traded up to Geico Commercial Auto Insurance for all his business vehicles. We're here where he needs us most.
Yep, they sure are.
We make it easy for him to save on all his insurance needs, all in one place, with coverage that fits his business and bottom line. Oh, I shouldn't have looked down.
It's all right.
We're so far up here.
Look at me. Take a deep breath.
No, I'm good. So good.
Get a commercial auto insurance quote today at geico.com and see how much you could save. It feels good to Geico.